Being disciplined is important, and working very hard is important, but they are both pointless without vision. Being consistent is important, but being consistent in the right things in your life is more important. You being diligent in your work is very important, but if you are diligent in your work, but you do all the wrong things, that thing is unaligned, you will not become successful. Hey, it's Danarius. Welcome to the Mind Molding Tactics Show. Thank you for being a consistent listener. I just want to remind you that you are valuable and important, and the world needs the best you. Now let's get into the show. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Season 3. About 4 weeks ago exactly, I made an episode talking about obtaining clarity for 30 days. And the reason I said this is because for me to support you, for me to advocate for you, you must have clarity. If you are in a state of confusion, if you are in a state of life where you see nothing and darkness is all around you, you cannot be directed. You are blinded. And so for you to ever be well, not successful, but well in any area, you must be in clarity in your life. So we will discuss clarity right now. That is our topic for this episode, is clarity. Not only how you obtain it, but how you live in it and how you thrive in clarity. And sometimes how do you even position yourself in a way where you don't lose clarity? Because there are times in life when these are confusing. And what do you hold on to when times are hard and times are confusing? So a big thing of clarity is vision. But there is one thing that's more important than vision in the moment now is fear. We cannot have vision in life if we are operating and connected to fear. So what is fear? Fear is the thing that we have been created with, we were born with, that is disguised to keep us safe universally. And why I say universally is because some things you should not be safe from. Some things are good for you. Some problems are good for your growth, but some problems are not. There are some problems that harm you, and there are some problems that grow you. And fear in the body, your brain cannot detect the difference between those two. Your brain does not understand that you have fear towards this thing, but that thing may be good for you. Your brain doesn't know the difference. So we have to choose. We have to have the ability to override our psyche and say, well, this is good for me, right? There are some things that we fear from our past that originates from our past, and we are not aware of those things. It's only in our subconscious being that causes us to behave now and creates confusion now. This is why I am an advocate for journaling. If you have a lot happening, if you've been through the trauma in your past and you do not journal, I would say you are a fool, because you are not taking seriously and diligently taking care of the life you have been gracefully given. You have been gifted a life to steward. And if you are not doing that, if you're not stewarding your life now, then you are losing all the gifts. You are losing all the promises, the potential, everything that has been given to you. And one day it will be taken away. So get into the reason. Why do you fear? Because if I can ask you one thing, what do you want? There's a 95% chance you will tell me you don't want something. And if you don't want something, that is a standard of fear. Fear causes confusion. If you have no vision, it's because you are operating in fear. Hope breeds vision. Fear breeds confusion, blindnesses. Be aware of this and understand this, because we are called to thrive, not just survive. So lose the fear. If you're chasing vision, if you want clarity in your life, you must understand that you can no longer thrive off your fear. You can no longer be ignited off your fear. You must lose fear. That's your first check mark, fear. Second thing for clarity, working hard without vision is the most dumb thing a person can do. If I was to tend to my ground, tend to my my fruit, tend to my flower bed, if I was to tend to the seeds I planted in life, but I am blindfolded, I will most likely destroy the ground, the roots. I will most likely tear apart the plants I have planted if I have no vision. If I am driving and I am blindfolded, I most likely will make a mistake. I most likely will make the wrong turn. I most likely will do something incorrectly according to the standard of driving, and I probably will die because I lack vision. So working your butt off, but knowing nothing is futile. Putting your time and effort into something, but you notice and see nothing is futile. It is good to be diligent. It is good to be consistent and persist through hard things. Yes, that is reward worth having. But if you are doing that and you have no vision and you have no goals, nothing matters. What is the point of everything? For you to work hard, but receive nothing. Because what's going to happen, just like the planter and the sower, and just like the person driving, you will make a mistake. You will rip the roots out the ground, or you will make the wrong turn and crash into a ditch. So it's very important, before even working hard, you have something that your eyes are set on that is holistically well. That is well. Not externally well, but well. Itself is well. So first is lose your fear and adapt the right fear. Do not thrive in bad fear. Second is do not work hard without vision. If you are working hard without vision, stop, slow down, obtain vision, receive vision, and go back to working hard. And the last framework is, where am I now? Where do I want to be later? And how do I get there? We will spend much more time here. Where am I now? Where do I want to be later? And how do I get there? I will not be able to dissect the full element of this in this episode, but we will talk about all of these. Where are you now? Who are you as a person? What circumstances are you in? And what is the objective of the season that you are in? A lot of times we are in seasons where God is wanting to teach us a lesson, but because of our dumbness and our lack thereof to understand and be willing to learn a lesson, we will remain in that season. Every 3 to 6 months, I'm in a new season. Not because I'm smart, because I'm not, but I want to be a student. I want to learn about the season that I'm in. What is God trying to teach me? What is the world trying to teach me? What is the lesson I need to learn? Because if I never learn my lesson, I will never learn how to fix the problem. If I never learn the problem, I always will remain facing the problem. So where are you now? What is the objective? Be impartial with your thinking in this. Where are you actually now? What are the issues you're facing? What does your life look like? What are the elements, the goals, the structures in your life now? What does everything look like? Are you in poverty emotionally? Are you in depression, anxiety? Are you operating in fear? Are you able to feed your family? Are you able to spend time with your spouse or your friends that's meaningful to you? Where are you now? And then, once you get this clarity on this, where do you want to be in 5 years? Because if you don't know where you're going, or you haven't as general idea where you want to be, everything in a moment becomes meaningless, pointless, and you will be deprived of action. You won't do anything. Nothing matters because you're not going anywhere. You're staying in the same place. So where are you now, and where do you want to be in 5 years? That is the question for you. And then lastly is, how are you going to get there? This is very important. This one element distinguishes those who are successful and who are not. Because how you're going to get there turns a dream into a vision. Anyone can have a dream. Anyone can wander and hope and think about great things. But not many people are willing to sacrifice and pay the price to actually get there and plan to get there. But many want to sit back and dream about getting there instead of actually being diligent in the life there is and get there. So be aware of this for yourself. How are you going to get to where you want to get to? What are the things you should do? The goals you should set to get where you want to get to? Are you limiting yourself? Is your environment sucking all energy out of you so that you have no energy to focus on the things that matter? Or is your environment setting you up for success, pulling you forward? What are the things you're doing now that will allow you to be successful, that will allow you to get to where you want to get to? This is clarity in life. Don't make this too hard. Clarity is the goal in everything. In everything we do, fear can take it away. We can work hard but have no vision. And we can either be stuck of not knowing where we're at, not knowing where we want to be, and have no idea how we're going to get there. And so what we get to is a dormant lifestyle. We become zombified. And this is America today. People are zombified. They have the microwave mentality. They are superficial. And this is not me dogging people. This is saying the general population have no goals. They do not know what they want. 95% of people do not have an idea. They only know what they don't want in life, which is fear. They are afraid of not getting something, or they're afraid of going this way. They just don't want this. That's fear. You're afraid of having this in your life. Don't operate that way, because if you are afraid of something, that which you are afraid of, you will attract more of, because you can only focus on one thing, and the whatever you focus on, you will attract. So if you focus on what you're afraid of and what you do not want, you will attract much more of that which you do not want. Be aware of this and live life in clarity. This season is going to be the best season for you and those around you, but live in clarity. If you are not obtaining clarity, if you are going day by day, you have no clarity, you don't know what you're working on and what you're working towards, you should slow down. Stop being distracted. Stop running away from the things that are beneficial for you, the problems that are good for you, and face those problems. Because you have to beat your demons. You have to beat the bully. If you run away from the bully follows you into your next season, your next moment. You will never escape the bully until you go through the bully. So lastly, to operate in clarity, not to receive clarity, but to operate in clarity. Clarity is a daily lifestyle. To operate in clarity, you must not operate in damaging fear. And you must lose confusion through that. Secondly, stop working hard without vision. Obtain vision, then go back to working hard. And lastly, who are you now? What circumstance are you in now? Where do you want to be in 5 years? What does that look like for you? And how are you actually going to get there? If you can do this, clarity will bleed into your life. That's all I have. Talk to you later. Deuces.